There is fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. Fire on the head of Wunmi, Cynthia Adebanjo, that wants to be forcefully married to Mohbad. She wants us to call her Mrs. Aloba. Well, you're about to hear some heavy update. I want you guys to take heart. I want you to sit tight. Justice for Mohbad. We will not stop. No, not at all. Justice, justice, justice. That is all we'll be talking about. And we'll make sure that those that have decided to avail themselves to be used by Lucifer, to be used by the devil, to be used by Satan, those that have allowed themselves to be possessed to do the works of wickedness, all of them will be exposed, and we will put their dirt out there in public. There is no hiding place for Wunmi and her cartel. She is now doing the work of the police. And what is this? She's trying to nail, she's trying to uncover, but she covered herself. She absolved herself of everything. All fingers are pointing in the direction of Wunmi, Cynthia Adebanjo. All fingers are pointing in that direction. And also in the direction of a king. Some say we should not call him paramount ruler, but we'll call him a rich king, being that he is a king in a location that is viable. So he's a rich king. Why is this king silent? Well, maybe the king does not have to say everything whenever anyone says anything or whatever it is. After they've issued disclaimer that they don't know Sam Larry, the king kept quiet like, no, I need to respect myself. Is that what it is? Or there is more to what the eyes can see? Like I said it yesterday in the previous analysis, I said, Wunmi is nobody. Wunmi's mother, she's not highly placed in the police force. So what is it that is protecting? Why are they covering this to this point? It means there is more to what the eyes can see. Is everything not tied to that little boy called Liam and who the father of the child is? Well, you're about to find out detail, heavy one in this. And you know how we do it. Translation and analysis. We are going to go deeper on this one. Do not forget to like and share. Do not forget to tap on the subscribe button to encourage this channel to do more. Kindly tap on that thanks button. You will find super chats, super stickers. You'll find it there.
Akọ̀gbọ̀dáyé group olórí burúkú wèrè fẹ́ di queen tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún bó ṣe fẹ́ lọ di ìyàwó Mohbad náà nìyẹn queen tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún oríyàwó queen oríyàwó ọba ni ó singbọ̀lẹ̀ beautiful girl ó máa wọ pàtí báyìí níbẹ̀ tẹ́gbẹ̀ ń dún ẹgbẹ́ òdo olórí burúkú àwọn èèyàn bí Wunmi apọkọjáyé ni ò fẹ́ wojú ẹ̀ ṣe wọlé ó máa wọlé tán ni pẹ̀lú diamond chain ẹ̀ máa wọlé tán Wunmi bóde tẹ̀ ti fẹ́ máa ṣe ó ráwọn tó máa tẹ̀lé gan ó lè rí báàgì ẹ̀ gan gbé olórí ibú wèrè làbólẹ̀ fọba lẹ́kí okòkò bọ̀ wọ́n produce ọmọ dáadáa tó wá ṣe rere láyé wọ́n produce ẹ̀ àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n náà gbé petition wa orí yín bu ẹ̀rọ bí mo mọ́ lọ ẹ̀ ní ṣe oríire bring your law petition meet petition ni ó dàbẹ̀ ṣe ń kọ tèmi lọ́wọ́ ẹ jẹ́ bá mi mú o ṣé mo pé mi tí rí tèmi ẹ bá mi mú tèmi káyé yín wá bàjẹ́ sórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ wá sọ bí tí mo ti dárúkọ yín kò ṣe pẹ́rù ń bá mi láti dárúkọ yín o ìwọ olórí burúkú tó pè mí jọ Wednesday yẹn tó sọ pé ṣé mo lẹ́fídẹ́ǹsì tí mo lè ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n gan nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn because ìgbà tí máa fi check history bọ̀bọ̀ tó pè mí ṣé mo sọ pé èèyàn kọ́ pè mí jọ Wednesday tó sọ pé ṣé mo lẹ́fídẹ́ǹsì ṣe rántí tí mo sọ pé mo block ẹ̀ tí mo cut ẹ̀ off now ìgbà tí mo lọ ṣe research mi mo rí pọ́ bá yẹn ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún research mi. His name is Muniz. The chamber is Muniz Banire chamber. They have one chamber in Abuja, and they have one in Ikeja. Am I communicating? Ìyẹn tó competition yẹn fún anti what's her name now? Comfort. Now this is what happened. Wọ́n ti fún sister Comfort, sister Tolani Comfort. Wọ́n ti fún wọn ní petition yẹn. They've sent her that petition 4 weeks ago. So na pé mo sọ lánàá pé petition yẹn kí ló tó jẹ́ pé January ló wà lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti send ẹ̀ sí sister Comfort, but sister Comfort behaved. Sister Tolani, she behaved the way I behaved. They sent it to her in her WhatsApp, but she ignored them. They saw that Sister Tolani, she ignored them, and she kept on mentioning that man's name. Number one, the office that wrote that letter is Muni's Badiwest Associates. They have a branch in Ikeja, and they have a branch in Abuja. Am I communicating? Muni's Badiwest, ẹ má gbàgbé pé òun àti àwọn kan ló jọ ṣiṣẹ́ fún Tinubu nígbà kan. Am I communicating? That is number one. Ẹ bá mi dìyẹn mú.
Like and share,
Number
guys. Like and share. Tap on the subscribe button.
Gbogbo history ìgbésí ayé. They are bully solicitors. Bí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ pààyàn lẹ́nu mọ́. Bí èyí tí King ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Tí bàbá ọba lọ́la ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Aramide, God bless you. Bí kò fẹ́ pààyàn lẹ́nu mọ́. Bí kò fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ onílẹ̀, ilẹ̀ tí ò ń ṣe tí wọ́n. Bí kò fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ onílẹ̀, iṣẹ́ tí Munisi Banire máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Kò ṣiṣẹ́, kò ṣe lọ́ọ̀ gidi rí. Ọba lọ́la, Ọba, if you know that your image is being tarnished on social media, kí ló jẹ́ kó ṣe? Let me refer you back. Oni of Ife. Ẹ bá mi type kẹ́ máa sọ pé God bless Oni of Ife. Ẹ bá mi type kẹ́ máa bá mi sọ pé God Oni of Ife. Ọba ni, ọba ń kí ọ. Ọba ń kí ọ. Ọba ń kí ọ. Oni of Ife. Ọba ń kí ọ. Ọba ń kí ọ. Mo respect Oni of Ife more. Tọ́ba ní ta ni ọba tán bully tán fún ní orúkọ burúkú lórí social media. Oni of Ife ni. Oni of Ife ni. But kò wá sí nǹkan tí ẹ lè ṣe fún màá yìí. Maturity kò ń ṣe àgbàlọ́gbọ́n gbà mí. Oni of Ife náà dàgbà now. How old is Oni of Ife? But Oni of Ife, ignore. Oni of Ife sọ pé wọ́n ti gé etí òun lọ. I never heard him taking anybody to court. I never heard him putting a threatening petition out there for people to shut up. A lot of oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ ló ti sọ nípa Oni of Ife lórí internet. Ó kàn look away ni. The only person tó gbé lọ sí court náà ni Mama Ewe ń gbà. According to Mama Ewe, mi rí letter court yẹn náà, but Mama Ewe ló sọ pé ń gbà wọn lọ court ń gbà. Mama dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ò ní dárúkọ ni o, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn máa fún wọn ní nickname. Ṣé rántí? Mama dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé wọn ní nickname. Bàbá yẹn kò sọ pé wọ́n ń gbéyàn kọ́kọ́ lọ sí court. Àwọn ọba gidi nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣọba elébi. Ọba tó jẹ́ pé ẹkùn ẹ̀ ò dúró lójú kan. Ẹkùn ẹ̀ tó dàbí èkánná gòwánù yẹn. Gbogbo ejò jíjẹ ni. Anything is cat ni. Àṣẹ báyìí ló káwọ́dù tó. Ọba Lẹ́kì. Ó wá jọ ọmọ lóyún tán. Ó wá ń sá kiri kàtàkàtàkàtàkàtà. Ó ń sá kiri. Ó rọ́ ni. Ó fẹ́ wọn pọ̀ ni. Ìyàwó mẹ́fà lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Àtòtílétọ̀ ni. Ó dúró síbẹ̀ ni. Kò lọ máa dó wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ògiri. Kò lọ máa kókó bọ̀ wọ́n ní kó máa pakọ wọn jẹ́. Ẹ wo Oni of Ife. Oni ló bully jù lórí social media. Mi ìríbi tí wọ́n sọ pé Oni kọ̀yàn petition. Ṣé tún fẹ́ gbọ́? Oni tún wá ṣe tán. Àwọn tó ti bu lórí social media rí dáadáa. Wọ́n tún máa lọ sáàfin. Wọ́n tún lọ kí bàbá yẹn máa tún welcome wọn. Wọ́n náà sọ fún bàbá yẹn pé kí ló tó ń welcome àwọn tó bu. Ẹ gbọ́ statement tí bàbá yẹn sọ. Bàbá yẹn sọ kíní kan pé àfin ní bíbà yìí ọba ò kí ń báyàn jà, ọba ò kí ń báyàn ṣọ̀tá. Ó ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bóun wá sí bíbà yìí, òun máa welcome ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń pè ní maturity nìyẹn. Ṣé fẹ́ mọ bó ṣe bully èmi tó lórí social media ni? Kí náà tí ṣe fún mi? What doesn't kill you make you stronger? Bàbá yẹn look away ni. Kò sí nǹkan tó pè láyé. Kò sówó kan tó fún. Àbí nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí. Kò sówó kan tán fún máa yẹn. Bó ṣe máa bí kábíyèsí ṣe máa gbé aṣọ funfun ẹni yẹn. Bó ṣe máa gbé ni. Ẹ tún wò débi pé wọ́n tún ṣe títí. Wọ́n tún fẹ́ kí wọ́n tún disgrace ẹ̀. Kò tún gbọ́ o. Tó bá tún ìdè party, ó tún máa dìde lọ kí wọn. Ọ̀ní kábíyèsí sà. Kádé pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí ọlágùn. Ẹ pẹ́ lórí oyè bàbá yín. Ìtorí
persistent.
Ẹ̀dọ́ àwọn ọmọ fẹ̀mọ́. Ẹ lọ máa dóhùn mẹ́gbẹ́ ògiri. Dádúbúlẹ̀ ṣídí òkè. Kọ́ ṣe dóhùn mi jọ tó lọ sí Monaco. Dádúbúlẹ̀ ṣídí òkè. Dádúbúlẹ̀ ṣídí òkè. Dádúbúlẹ̀ ṣídí òkè. Honey, I give it to you, sir. Continue being who you are. You are so matured. Ẹ ń ṣàwọn ọmọ kékèké. Ẹ ń ṣàwọn ọmọ kékèké tó fi jọba. Àwọn political ọba. Àwọn baálẹ̀. Tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ti gbé ṣàkọlẹ̀ wa wọn ò lè jẹun. Ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wọn tó fi lẹ́lẹ̀. Ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Sam Larry tó ń jàjọ ọmọ lílẹ̀ fún wọn tó ń claim lẹ̀kiri. Kí náà bá jẹ́. Honey, you are a matured man. I give it to you, sir. I respect you more. Ìgbà tí mo rí petition tó kọ fún Sister Tọ́láni lánàá, Ọ̀ní lọkàn mi kọ́kọ́ lọ bá. Ọ̀ní lọkàn mi kọ́kọ́ lọ bá. If you want to be in the public there, if you want to be out there, you have to have a thick skin. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi tọ̀ nílẹ̀. Ọba Lẹ́kì. Ẹ wá rí pé wọ́n tarnish image yín. Wọ́n defame character yín. What is the best thing for you to do?
Easy, grant a press conference, issue a disclaimer or debunk.
It doesn't cost you anything. Make a disclaimer. Oba so. I don't know anything about that boy. I have no relationship about that girl. But ẹ saw. Àwọn òrìṣà Lẹ́kì wọn lè jẹ́ kẹ́ sọ. Tó lè mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá sọ. Ọkàn yín ò lè balẹ̀, your mind no go touch ground because ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń bẹ. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ inú àpò yẹn. Bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé jọ́tẹ̀ ń jẹ́ náà ń yọ bọ̀rọ̀bọ̀rọ̀ ni ọwọ́ lẹ fi dì mú síbẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń bẹ. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń bẹ. Ẹ lè sọ. Ẹ lè sọ. Èyí tẹ́ fi ń lọ bá Munisi Banire tó ń fún wọn lẹ́tà ikú kiri, lẹ́tà tó máa pa kiri. Ṣé ní kó bá yín ṣe disclaimer kò ní ìdíkẹ́ yín bọ́ta ṣe ẹ kàn sọ fún Munis, can you write this letter for me, a disclaimer. I have not ṣebí Wunmi sọ pé wo rí yín rí ìgbà tí Abu Ebe béèrè. Abu Ebe said, and I quote, mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ pé ẹ máa gbọ́ Abu Ebe ní mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ pé ṣó ti rí ọba yẹn rí àbó ti rí Sam Larry rí ó ló sọ pé òun ò rí wọn rí. Olórí burúkú Wunmi, very manipulated girl, àjẹ́. Olóbò òṣèré, olóbò kanji dààmú, olóbò dáìpà. Àwọn tó ti rí wá ń deny pé òun ò rí wọn rí. Abu Ebe tí ò rí, Abu Ebe ló wá ránṣọ mọ́, mo ti rí yín rí. Abu Ebe sọ pé èmi ò rí ẹ rí. Tó bá dẹ̀ rí mi rí, ìwọ ló máa mọ̀ mí, èmi ò mọ̀ ẹ́. Orí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì dẹ̀ ló ti máa mọ̀ mí. Màá play fún yín, a máa débẹ̀. Bàbá ọba lọ́la tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àti Sam Larry ó deny àwọn yẹn ó lóun ò rí wọn rí. Abu Ebe tí ò rí ló ṣà ń lẹ́ṣọ́ mọ́, mo ti rí yín rẹ̀ gbọ́n mi. Abu Ebe ó jára wẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ó ní o mọ̀ mi mo rí ẹ rí. Tó bá jẹ́ yẹ pé orí mi rí orí social media ló ti rí mi. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ṣú ọ̀fọ̀ba Lẹ́kì, tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ṣú ọ̀fọ̀ba Lẹ́kì àbí kò yẹ yín ipò wọn ò rí ọmọ yẹn rí. Kí ló dé tó ń take time láti disclaim? Kí ló dé tó ń take time láti disclaim? Wà láìsàláì tó wọ́n bá tẹ̀ wá lè disclaim. Kálẹ̀ mi ni olórí. I respect you. You are somebody I love so much. Even without this olórí burúkú ọmọ olóṣì tó dá gbogbo Nàìjíríà rú yìí. Because ó mọ̀ òótọ́ nǹkan tó pa Mohbad. Táyé pé ó ti sọ nǹkan tó pa Mohbad fún wa. Àní débí báyìí. Before all this case, you are somebody I respect so much. Olori, if I were you, talk to him. Tell him to do a disclaimer on Wunmi. Tell him to do a disclaimer. But instead of him to do a disclaimer, ó ń pín lẹ́tà kiri.
What a pity. What a pity. What a pity.
Mo ń retí lẹ́tà mi. Bíbélì ní tí wọ́n bá ṣe rere, ara kí ó ra yá o. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lọ foko lọ Wunmi. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti foko lọ Wunmi tẹ́ ti jẹ́nu òbò tán ti tutọ́ sí tí Mohbad ti tutọ́ sí ajẹ́kù Mohbad. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti foko síbẹ̀ rí, kí lẹ̀ ń sáré kiri fún? Àwọn tó kówó jẹ gan tán gbówó tán ba Nàìjíríà jẹ́, wọn fi ń tápòlù àwọn. Bàbá ti bẹ̀ tán, ojoojúmọ́ ló máa ń bú gbogbo àwọn olórí Nàìjíríà. Bàbá ti bẹ̀ tán, ojoojúmọ́ ló máa ń bú wọn. Ló máa sọ gbogbo ẹ̀. Àtẹ̀tí bàbá rí àtẹ̀tí dádì mi ò rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń sọ. Ta ni bàbá ńlá bàbá ẹni tó fún petition? Ọbẹ̀lẹ́kẹ̀ egg roll. Ẹlẹ́kẹ̀ puff puff. Okay, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ lórí adé. Ẹ disclaim. Tàbá máa sọ sí yìí o. Ẹ mọ̀ kan tó máa sọ. Ọba ò kí ń disclaim. A máa ń kọ́ ọmọ olùbọ́ ni. Táyà ọba bí ìyá láyé ẹ̀dá. Bọ́tà kò sọ pé wọ́n ló ní. O ò lè sọ. Ìtorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń pín lẹ́tà olórí burúkú kiri. Ṣé èmi jọ ẹni tí lẹ́tà wọn ni? Mo ń bọ̀ Naija. Kò sí bàbá ńlá ya láyà yín. Mo tún sọ. Kò sí bàbá ńlá ya yín. To ma stop me. I am unstoppable. Ọlọ́run ló rán mi iṣẹ́. Bí a tó bá jẹ́ mi mọ́ ya mi, ẹ lè rí mi mú. I will come to that Nigeria. Tí má lè ṣe ń kúrò Manchester ni ma ṣe fídíò. Ọlọ́run ò ní pa gbogbo wa. Ojú yín lè máa fi rí mi. Live and direct. I fear no one. Mi ti ẹ̀ pé ra mi lioness mọ́. I'm a fearless lion. Orí yín burú. Wọ́n sọ fún yín ni. Wọ́n sọ fún yín ni. Ṣé bí jọ ẹ̀ntán lè dẹ́rù okó ńlá bà? Àfi tí ò bá sí lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì pé pa Mohbad. Sister Tolani, as I have said, don't let anybody discourage you. We are fighting for justice. They cannot do anything. And if me petition letter. Táyé yín ò bá fẹ́ bàjẹ́. Ẹ̀yin ṣe kọ́kọ́ wọn bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sí mi. Àfi ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti ṣiṣẹ́ náà. Ẹ ṣe kọ́kọ́ wọn sí mi kó wá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní ṣe mi ní evidence. Mo ní jẹ́ ká dé court kó tó mọ̀ pé mo ní nǹkan lọ́wọ́.
They are trying to fish. They want to know what you have before they attack.
Ẹ ṣe kọ́kọ́ wá wọn sí mi. I want you to do your worst. Let's go to court. Let's go. Ó ṣáà rí ọba Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Ó náwó court. Ó lè ná. Ìgbà yẹn kó tó bá dó wọn tán 100,000 ní IS tó máa ń fún wọn. 50,000, 100,000 bó ṣe máa ń fún wọn ni. Èmi mẹ́tò ń dó. Mo mẹ́tò dó dáadáa. Mi kò fẹ́ máa dárúkọ ni kí n má kà sí ọmọ lọ́mọ. Tọ́rọ ọmọ yẹn ti má rìn sìn. IS tó máa ń fún wọn 100,000 ni. Ọba yín tí gbogbo yín wò yẹn tẹ́ máa ní fine boy. Ṣẹ́kẹ̀ pọ̀fupọ̀fù yẹn náà. Ẹ̀kẹ́ egro. Fine boy. Wọn náwó. Ẹ̀yin lẹ tún máa ná fún wọn. Ṣe bá rọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ náà. Tọ́lọ́mọ yẹn ń fẹ́. Ìbá owó ọmọ méjì tó ń san fún ọlọ́mọ yẹn. Ṣáì benefit ọmọ méjì tó ń san fún bó tẹ̀yẹ pé mẹ́fà ló bí. Òun ló tún ná fún ọ̀rẹ́ ọba. Tẹ́ bá dó wọn 50,000 ni. Ó wá pọ̀ ju 100,000. Ó lè ná. Adé ọba. Bàbá orí adé. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ court. Ẹlẹ́kẹ̀ egg roll.
Ọba ẹlẹ́kẹ̀ egg roll, ọba Elegusi. Now wow. Wunmi.
Èmi náà mọ̀ pé mo nice. Ẹ má worry.
Welcome back. Now, the latest development is this. Oba Elegusi, or is it Oba Elegusi? He is said to have sent out certain legal representatives. Rather than the king coming out to issue a disclaimer or a press conference, because it has to do with his throne, it has to do with his tool of his ancestors, it has to do with his own image. Rather than him coming out to issue disclaimer and saying, henceforth, if anyone attaches this and that to this throne, to this king and that, come out royal. Not really to oppress people or to shut people from saying the truth or from calling you out, but to issue a disclaimer. The king preferred to send some low-level, low-class lawyers to start petitioning bloggers in a bid to pause, stop, stifle the truth, to stop them from saying anything. Now, let us assume that this is the approach that the king decided upon. Like, no, you don't have to address everything. You don't have to address, this is disgrace. You cannot, why would you come out to address such debasing? Because it is really, that's what it is. Why do you want yourself to be attached to this? Do not attach yourself to this. Do not allow this to be on social media. Do not even put yourself to it. Do not link yourself to this one. Don't worry. Lawyers will handle it. Whoever it is that is peddling or saying this and that and attaching your name to it, we will petition such an individual. And that's it. Now they've started rolling out petition. Some couple of people have somehow received their petition, but not directly. They release this via another blogger. You see how they operate. Imagine how they operate. Still on justice for Mohbad. Where did this connection between Wunmi and Elegusi come up? How did it come up? Who came up with that connection? Probably, possibly, someone who knows, but without physical evidence, or someone who has seen physical evidence, but because the evidence has been wiped off. Recall, Mohbad said his iCloud, his mobile phone, Apple phone was wiped off. Was it Mohbad that wiped it off without remembering? Probably he had problems remembering password. What exactly happened? Is it Wunmi that wiped off? Because Mohbad accused Wunmi of this. Now, I'm not saying that we are privy to what happened. We can't say if Mohbad forgot and his mobile phone got wiped off after 3 attempts or 6 attempts, or it is Wunmi that forgot and wiped it off, or Wunmi intentionally wiped it off to cover up her tracks, to cover up what Mohbad has. Wunmi, when she was asked if she knows Elegusi and Sam Larry at the coroner inquest, particularly Sam Larry, the report we got is that she didn't say nothing. Do you know him? Have you been friends with him? She didn't say nothing. But when she spoke to Abu Abel, the audio recording, we did analysis of it on this platform. When she spoke to Abu Abel, she was asked the same question again. And she said that she does not know and has never met Sam Larry. Now, Sam Larry said, not someone said, Sam Larry said that Wunmi knows that he loves Mohbad. Now, Naira Marley said that Mohbad and Sam Larry would often go to shows to perform outside of Nigeria. In fact, he said they went to Kenya. Mohbad told his record label boss, I want to go with Sam Larry to Kenya, not to perform, but just to hang out with him there. He went. Now, when he got there, he said, oh, fans want me to perform. And he performed. Naira Marley said, money got from that show, from his performance, none of it was remitted. He didn't get his percentage at all. But he didn't say nothing. Why? Because Sam Larry is involved. He kept quiet. He kept mute. Now, is it possible with the way Sam Larry goes from north, east, west, south, all over the island, and Wunmi being a girl on the street, Is it possible ever with the connection, contact of Sam Larry and Naira Marley and that of Mohbad? Is it possible for Wunmi to say he has never met Sam Larry and he doesn't even know Sam Larry? Is it possible? I want you guys to judge for yourself. Is it possible? Now, meeting someone, knowing someone, does not necessarily mean that you have something to do with the person. But let us look at this angle. Because initially, it was Sam Larry that people said was the father of Liam. Then, we started hearing, oh, it is Oba Elegusi. In fact, they said that Sam Larry introduced Wunmi to Oba Elegusi. And this took us down memory lane. I'm not saying Oba Elegusi did some benching activities with Wunmi. No. We cannot just conclude. Now, we cannot also say that Oba Elegusi did not bench Wunmi. No, there are people with this idea saying, how can Oba Elegusi stoop so low to bench Wunmi? And I'm like, what? Seriously? Like, is Wunmi a woman of 95 or 65? She's 25. She's appealing to a man like Oba Elegusi of that age. So appealing to Oba Elegusi. Some say, oh, that dirty Wunmi. Dirty. Wunmi, dirty. How? Don't you know that some people like to clean dirty things? There are some men that like to clean dirty things. So for you to say, I sometimes wonder when people ignorantly place certain individuals on this high pedestal, talking like they know inside of that person's thought and heart. I do not need to, continue on that pathway. I don't need to dwell on that. We all know that it is possible, highly possible. Now, there are times that women, young ladies, entangle themselves with someone who is highly placed. And in between, somehow, pregnancy comes into it. And the highly placed individual say, no, I'm not going to take this. Take cash and excavate. Get rid of it. I don't want to be part of this. I cannot. You cannot be. Then all of a sudden, that individual, highly placed individual, luminous individual, will realize that his position and that of the lowly placed lady cannot match. So there is no way he can associate with you or bring you out in public. You are too low. You are too young. You are too poor. Now, there are some that will send those lowly placed ladies, low class, low level ladies outside of their domain. They might ship them out to, European countries, some Australia, America, like that. They place them there. When they visit, they see each other. They top up. They produce 1 more, 2, 3. When the king or that highly placed individual passes away, then you will see these children surface from anywhere, from wherever. We know that these things happen. But in the case of Wunmi, was she told to evacuate and she refused? Because people looked at it, they said, this king does not have a male child. He has been struggling to have a male child. He has been struggling to have a male child. I think he has 3 girls for his first wife. And his first wife granted an interview on BBC. And he told us how the king likes to bench and how the king likes benching. And how the king likes, that the king, let's put it clearly, that the king is a womanizer. She said it. That the king likes to. That's because she wasn't happy that the king went to the north of Nigeria to bring someone that will contest with her position. So, here we are. It might not be that the king is responsible. It might be the connection of Sam Larry, Mohbad, Wunmi that brought about this. Oh, it is the king. Maybe Sam Larry offered Wunmi as, a refreshment to the king, because Sam Larry cannot give the king money. The king is richer than Sam Larry. Sam Larry work. He does some toll collection in one of the beach that is, let's say the king inherited it or is in charge of. So he does those toll collections. So one of the things to get into, let us just understand this thing. You see, there are certain things that you can do for people that are highly placed. They give you a position, and you as a smart guy, street guy, you know that this king likes embelembe. The king likes benching. If you know that the king likes benching, are you going to bring a call to a king that is so rich? The little change you have, you use it to buy expensive whiskey, 40-year-old whiskey, to give to a king. No, you can only give to a king what money can buy and cannot buy. I'm talking of a woman. Yeah, money can buy a woman, and at times money cannot buy. So all you have to do is, king, there is this thing that you will like. Let me see her picture. She's slim. How old is she? 24, 23. Bring her now. Bring her. Let us check her out. Those are the things you can do that will make the king like you so much. Anything you want, he will give you, because he knows that he doesn't, the king cannot be going all over the street, all over the place, asking ladies to date him. Even if they like to date him, that interaction is not there. Immediately becomes king. He will have to respect himself to a certain point. Introduction, arrangement. That is how such people get access to ladies. And they have to do this signing of non-disclosure. Not really like put pen to paper, but I mean, there will be an understanding of secrecy when the king does not want publicity on it. So these things are there. Now, all this petitioning of a thing, I don't really get it. I think the best approach, since it has gotten to this point, although that's also an avenue, petitioning or writing to, sort of, put a scare like, you guys should not continue saying this thing. But the guy from the palace, according to Bukky Jesse, the guy from the palace first tried to find out if she has evidence, and even acknowledge that you guys domiciled outside of Nigeria, oftentimes you have evidence. Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence that you can share with me, so that they will know where to, do you have evidence of these things that you are saying? Like, is there something that you can share? I'm a journalist. Do you have evidence? Because they want to be sure. They want to be sure before they strike, before they defend the king. It might be that the king is innocent after all. Like, it's okay, let's say maybe the king has benched, but he's not the one that benched to, increase the stomach of Wunmi and eventually birth Liam. It might be that he's not even involved at all. But this dirt is just, continuously pouring on him like no man's business. I don't know what you guys think of this one. Do you think that the king is involved in this totally? Some people have even compared the pictures. Some say, no, the boy looks like Mohbad. Some say the boy looks like Elegusi. I don't know who he looks like. I don't know who he looks like. I'll be sincere, I don't know who he looks like. But DNA is the answer to all of this argument. What are your thoughts? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you guys in the next update.